Hey there, and welcome back to the Parable Podcast. Now, each week we normally hear stories from different people, just really sharing what God has taught them over the course of their life through their own story. And we're going to get back to regularly scheduled programming in just a couple of weeks, but I didn't want to leave you empty-handed. We are excited to get to the start of summer, but I did want to give my editor a little break as we head into our summer months. But I did want to encourage you with a couple things. A couple summers ago, I like routine. I like to go into my day kind of knowing what's ahead. And sometimes summer, as fun as it can be a little unruly, a little scattered, a little all over the place, which can be fun for a while. And maybe that's why summer is short. And I just remember kind of being at this place of needing somebody to guide me. And so I went to my friend Jackie. You might remember Jackie Glass from episode 91, if you are counting along. And she just kind of spoke life into me for a couple different weeks, a couple different times. And as we were thinking and talking about summer, I was just a little nervous. Okay, how can I make this the best summer ever? And also to remove that language, the best summer ever. But she told me something about we need to think of life as 80-20. It is never going to be perfect. So 80% of it is going to be amazing. And 20% is going to be the yucky stuff, the bills that have to get paid, the crabbing and the complaining, maybe of just myself, but of others, when we have a reservation somewhere and then it's canceled, all those kinds of things. That's the 20%. I think putting that framework into my mind really helped me better understand, okay, when something weird happens, I can just say, this is the 20%. So I think that can happen through just different experiences we have with the relationships that we have. And so, as we start into summer, life is not just a beach. I am fully aware of that. There is a book that my friend Whitney gave to me. It's called The Lives We Actually Have, and it's 100 different blessings for imperfect days. It is by Kate Bowler and Jessica Ritchie. And if you haven't heard of Kate's work before, she's just a lovely individual, but also just recognizing grief and lament and the reality of where people are. So you can just kind of go through this devotional book. I did want to read you a portion of her introduction, just kind of what the book is all about, but it is just so honest and so real. And it says, some days are filled with fireworks, yes, but most are not. We are living in difficult times and we can see it all over our calendars. There's an appointment for a teenager's anxiety disorder or a visit to the nursing home. The mail is full of paperwork about divorce, medical bills, school debt, or overdue credit cards. It would be embarrassing if someone else knew how much of our time gets sucked into arguments with our partner, our family, or the friend who's breaking our heart. We want to be climbing metaphorical mountains, but who would do the dishes? Our problems feel unsolvable, and they continue to go on and on and on. Sometimes loneliness or depression or health complications make life so small for so long that making plans at all feels ridiculous. Maybe a choice about a school or relationship, retirement, or family drama continues to keep our heads spinning. Our minds churn and our hearts lurch at the thought of what crisis we must confront next. Or perhaps we feel the dullness of a set obligations that makes each day a tight routine. Mondays are this, Tuesdays are that. There's little room for surprise or joy because flexibility is a thing of the past. Other people are taking vacations or having long dinners with friends, and we can almost taste the bitterness when we hear about it. And I don't know if that's you. Sometimes we just get in that state of just wondering, gosh, I thought this was supposed to be summer. I thought this relationship was going to be different. I thought my family would finally change. And it's in that 20% that a lot of us find ourselves, and that's okay. And so I wanted to read you one of the blessings. The book is broken up into different sections, but these are the blessings for the lives of others. And this was called For Your Great Big Dumb Heart. Don't you love the title? It's so great. Love can break your heart. It's probably in the fine print. Didn't you click the box at the bottom of terms and conditions? Blessed are you when your kids are ungrateful, when your parents are unbearable, or when they would have been if they're still around. When you help an unfixable friend, you listen much longer than a normal person should, or give selflessly out of meager resources. Blessed is your terrible evaluation of who is worth it. Your cost-benefit analysis would be the laughingstock of any economist. You ignored the signs. Will this make you richer, happier, well-rested? Probably not. You have been noticing for a while how these small moments, the privilege of wrapping a blanket around this love, that friendship, this stranger, are impossible to quantify. Love is adding up to so much more somehow. Because blessed are you whose heart has grown 3 sizes, regardless. You who push through the fear of intimacy, the fear of loss, the fear of all the unknowns, and choose to love still. Blessed are we, loving beyond our limits, loving when it doesn't make sense, loving without any lifetime guarantees, loving when it might break our hearts. That is, of course, the best thing about us, our great, big, dumb hearts. Isn't that the best? I think she's so honest. Her and Jessica do such a great job of writing these blessings, and you just can kind of pick through what is speaking to you that day. And so I just want to encourage you as we head into summer, when you feel like, gosh, my relationships, the things that I planned are not what I envisioned for this season. That's okay. And maybe it's just the 20% right now. But I would just hold tight to the fact that God is good. He loves you. He sees you right where you're at. And thank you for listening. I hope you have a great summer. And we will be back again next week with one of the messages that I shared from our church just recently. Before we go, I'd love for you to take our listener survey. We are about to head into our almost 200th episode. I cannot believe it. But if you go ahead and take our listener survey, there is an opportunity to just grab my 10 simple tips to enhance first-time conversations. Maybe you're at the grocery store or the pool, or you're at church, or you're meeting a neighbor for the first time and you're like, how do I keep this conversation going? I want to give you that as a gift, as an opportunity. After you take the listener survey, you can find all the information on DanielleZapchenk.com or on my Instagram. This episode was edited by my brilliant husband, Eric Zapchenk, and we hope you were encouraged to think about that 20%, because God's in everything and He is the one who loves you no matter what, and He's with you through it. We'll see you back again next week on the Parable Podcast.